Hello everyone and welcome to the third episode of the Power Scaling Analysis series. The subject we analyze today is Saitama from the fan-made comic Battle of the Gods, written by Kminglap, mistakenly called by people who don't do research Terra 2. Of the characters analyzed so far, he is certainly the strongest, but also the most overrated. On the other hand, what could we ever expect from something related to Saitama? The comic begins after the battle between Garou and Saitama. In this comic, God attacks the Earth, facing Garou, Genos, and finally Saitama. First, let's look at the cosmology of comics. The multiverse appears to be unique, and it is made up of more than 7 dimensions, potentially 11, as explained by the narrator. God is a multidimensional being, and is proven and confirmed by himself to be superior to the 4th dimension in all respects. This would make God a minimum 5-dimensional being, scaling him to complex multiversal. Note God is said to be part of a race of gods, and explains how there are others stronger than him, in particular one, which he doesn't elaborate on. This reflects on Saitama, and helps clarify his strength. First, Saitama has some minor feat like creating colossal explosions on Earth, resisting heat of Earth core and throwing God away from Earth in very little time, but it doesn't stop there. Saitama indeed defeats God with a single punch, seemingly destroying the universe in the process. So how strong is Saitama? Saitama, given the God tier seen above, would be at a minimum of low complex multiversal and potentially a little higher. Now, let's get down to speed. In one particular scene, Saitama was trapped in a 4-dimensional construct where time runs backwards. Saitama then starts running very fast, going out of this. This scene can be interpreted in 2 ways. Option 1, the speed is massively greater than light. This confirmed by the comic itself, and is quite consistent since going beyond the speed of light does not follow the regular passage of time. Option 2, immeasurable speed. Immeasurable speed is defined as movement beyond linear time. This is why the speed cannot be measured. Given that s equals d at t, if t is undefined, the speed formula cannot be applied. This is the same reason why multiple temporal dimensions also grant immeasurable speed. Saitama actually ran faster than spacetime, but always in a single time direction, and that's why I personally don't grant this version of Saitama this speed, and I consider him to be massively faster than light plus instead. Before wrapping up the video, I'd like to cover a couple of related things about scaling this character. First, Saitama destroying the box. This scene is used by many people to scale Saitama to outerversal or higher, but there is a fundamental problem: Saitama has never done it. I did some research, and in no site I've ever found the scene where Saitama destroys it. I've checked reputable sites, and either I'm missing something, or all that stuff is fan-made. Second, the problem with box scaling. First of all, in the only source I've found that shows the box, it is simply called Universe. This alone contradicts all the higher scales made on the character, as just the fact that it has a square shape doesn't make it the box from the VD wiki. And in this regard, even if this construct were called the box, it would not be equal or scale to the box from VD wiki, because there is no evidence about it. And finally, even if we were to consider those scans I've seen online, it wouldn't change the tier of Saitama at all, as the box could at most be considered 5-6D, as it is beyond a 5 or 6-dimensional multiverse, making those scans irrelevant. Here are some other things that happened in the comic that I haven't covered. Conclusion. Saitama, Kminglap, is at a minimum low complex multiversal with massively faster than light plus speed. It can be said that it is higher or faster, but honestly this scale is not accurate and quite vague, so I do not recommend using it. Having said that, thanks to all, see you in a next video.